It's your boy Billy Mack. We are here once again. Another NFL preview for you today. We're gonna do the NFC West. Now, I wouldn't say the NFC West has been one of the most, one of the toughest divisions in the league. I wouldn't even say they have one of the most competitive divisions, but I will say they've had the strongest competition. You know what I mean? If you look at the past 10 years, we're looking at, that San Francisco when Colin Kaepernick and Jim Harbaugh were on the scene. Then you have Pete Carroll and Russell Wilson. I guess recently, or even further than the Cardinals with Kurt Warner and them, and Anquan Bolden and Larry Fitzgerald. And then, of course, recently you've had the Rams. So they might not have had the most, you know, difficulty coming out of their division, but there's always been a team over there that's been, reckoned with, and always it's always been a team in the NFC West that's that you've had to reckon with in a way. Um, so it is what it is, man. Um, so yeah, let's get on to it. NFC West for you. If you ain't got the memo, the way I do this is, the first team that I bring up is last in the division, and then I go to the team that's first in the division. I don't know why I explained that to y'all. Hopefully, y'all should know this by now if y'all been keeping up with your boy. But nonetheless, let's start with the first team. The first team, the Arizona Cardinals. It shouldn't come as a surprise for you. The new coaching staff, new quarterback. The only real good person on the team is Larry Fitzgerald, and he's a veteran. He's not the Larry Fitzgerald of old. So let's just go ahead and put that out there. So I don't expect too much from the Arizona Cardinals. I don't expect them to do too much. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm riding the fence. I'm riding the fence on Kyler Murray and Cliff Kingsbury. Really more so Kyler Murray. I'm listen, Cliff Kingsbury, I don't know if he's from Missouri or not, but you got to show me that you can be in coaching this league. That's number one. Number two, Kyler Murray. Me and Kyler Murray are pretty much the same height, and I'm short. So I'm rooting for him. I want him to do well. I'm not gonna go out on a limb for him. I'm not betting the house on him, but I want him to do well. I really do. I really do, because the NFL has a continuity problem. They don't like change. You know what I mean? The NFL likes what they like, and that's the way it's gonna be. You know what I'm saying? I'm kind of the same way. I feel like if you don't have a dominating defense or offensive line in this league, you're not gonna win games. I mean, it just is what it is. Or at least maybe you don't have to be dominant, but you need to be consistent. You know what I'm saying? If you have a consistent offensive line and a hungry, just keep a fighting defensive line, you're gonna play well in this league. I think you'll win games. So that's just my opinion. So no free agent help. They had a good draft. They had a very good draft, which is why I see this team. I see this as a rebuilding year, mainly because of their youth. David Johnson, I like David Johnson. He helped me win fantasy games back in the day. I love him. Love him to death. Love David Johnson to death. So, hey, man, like it is what it is with y'all. It is like I wish the best for him. I don't know if injuries are going. I don't know if this injury thing is going. It's going, stick around. And I hope not. I hope I'm wrong. But if it does, I'm sorry for him, man. But it is what it is. Clearly a rebuilding year. I think you're going to see flashes of what can happen in the future, and that can be either good or bad. So, for all my Cardinals fans, I'm sorry. It is what it is. I personally, if I was a GM, I would hate to say the word rebuilding ever, because I feel like your job is to make your team better every year in some kind of way. I understand that, I understand people retire, understand people get injured. But that's kind of the whole point of being a GM. Do you have something in place to where your team won't miss a beat? And it's hard. It's easier said than done. I get it. I get it. I'm not being greedy. It's easier said than done. The Cardinals are going to go 3-13 this year. But like I said, this is more of a rebuilding year. I think they'll bounce back next year. And like I said, you will see flashes of the potential that they have next year or whatever. So, next team, the San Francisco 49ers. Now, for all my 49ers fans, Marcus Paul, I see you. I know you're going to hate me for this. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry, but I'm just giving you my opinion. I do not believe in Kyle Shanahan. I think Kyle Shanahan is one of the worst coaches in the NFL simply because he sabotaged the Falcons and cost them a Super Bowl title. And I know some of y'all are asking yourselves, wait a minute, the team played bad, the team did this, the team did that. But you as the offensive coordinator, there is 4 minutes left on the clock. You have Devontae Freeman and Tevin Coleman, and you refuse to give them the ball. You have a lead on the Patriots, and you refuse to give them the ball. Time is on your side. There is plenty of time on that clock, and you refuse to give them the ball. I don't trust your coaching, sir. I don't trust your decision making. That's just me personally. I hope he proves me wrong, and I'll eat that crow, no problem. But until then, you, sir, do not deserve to have a head coaching job, and it's that simple. Also, I don't know about Jimmy Garoppolo. The man been injured all his career, pretty much, except for when he was with the Patriots. So he's looking real Matt Castle-ish, if you get what I'm trying to say. He's looking like a real Matt Castle right now. And I never believed in Matt Castle. Never, ever, ever believed in Matt Castle. You know what I mean? So, yeah, he got the Chiefs to the playoffs that one year. That one time. Long time ago. You know what I mean? Y'all give Tony Romo more crap about his resume than y'all do Matt Castle, which is the most craziest thing ever, but, that's neither here or there. I like George Kittle, though. George Kittle is the man. I'm a tight end type of guy, so I like George Kittle. I really like George Kittle. No real big names that they picked up on the offseason. They had a good draft, though. They did pick up D4 for defensive line help. So that defensive line has absolutely no reason not to be good this year. You got Nick Bosa, D4, and Solomon Thomas. Y'all have no reason to not be good this year. Don't come at me talking about, our defense sucks. No, it's not supposed to. Y'all got 3 studs on that line right now. And everybody knows you got a good defensive line. Your linebackers look good, and your corners look good, and your whole secondary looks good when you have a great defensive line. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, that's really all I got, man. I don't know much about their schedule. I didn't see anything that really stuck out to me. This comes down to, I just don't believe in Kyle Shanahan, and I really don't know anything about Jimmy Garoppolo. So, I got the 49ers going 6-10. I did write something about the schedule. They're going 6-10 because they have the easiest non-opponent schedule in the division. So, but let's really be real about this. There are two other teams that are just clearly better than them, and it's not even close. There are two other teams that are just hands down that have better teams than the 49ers right now. And the first one is the Rams. I thought I was gonna say Seahawks. No, it's the Rams. I got the Rams. So the Rams gonna come second in this division. I don't think they'll have a Super Bowl hangover. I think what's his name? If anything, if they do have a Super Bowl hangover, it's because Sean McVay is trying too hard. It's because he's trying too hard. He's trying to make sure, because it's kind of hard to motivate the guys. It's kind of hard to keep those guys focused when they've been there and they've lost it, and then you got to get your mind right for the rigors of the regular season, and that's why I got them second in the division, because they kind of had a magic about them over the last two seasons. There was just something about the Rams. They had something special going on, and I truly believe that it might run out this season. But nonetheless, the defense is going to dominate. Defense is going to play well. I know they ain't got Ndamukong Suh no more, but they replaced him with Clay Matthews and Eric Waddell. I mean, two guys who are good at what they do, which is what you need in this league. Sometimes you don't need that's what's wrong with the Cowboys. We got too many guys that are good at a lot of things. We don't have enough guys that are great at that one thing. You know what I'm saying? We don't have a rush specialist. DeMarcus Lawrence is our rush guy, but we paid him a lot of money because not only can he rush the passer really, really well, he can also stop the run really, really well. You know what I mean? While as you got, just looking at the pass, a Julius Peppers. Julius Peppers has never really been that good at stopping the run. He's been a great tackler, but as far as getting in the trenches and holding his guy down, that's not his strength. But his main strength is getting to the quarterback. That's what he does. You know what I mean? That's what he does. That is his bread and butter. Is getting to the Javon Curse. Javon Curse, y'all. Javon Curse for the Titans. That was a pass rushing maniac. You know what I'm saying? But that's all he was good at. Homeboy would get washed in a minute by someone bigger and stronger than him. But boy, if he go up against a left tackle that don't have that much strength, and it might be more of an agile left tackle and not a strength left tackle, oh, he's beating that dude every time. He's beating him every time. You know what I mean? That man, Javon Curse, is the perfect example of a specialty guy. You know what I mean? But that's neither here or there. Very solid draft. I like what they did in the draft. Nothing notable to talk about, but I think they covered some bases. They handled some business that they needed to do. And a lot of that is because they didn't really lose many starters on offense and defense. And I know some of y'all are saying, well, hey, that means they're going to win a lot of games. Not necessarily. See, everybody knows the NFL will catch up with you over time. And we've now seen the Rams do what they've been doing for the past 2 years. These other teams with these defenses and these defensive coordinators, they've seen the Rams. They got plenty of tape on the Rams, and they're gonna say to themselves, okay, we're not gonna let you do this. We're not gonna let you do that. This is all we're gonna let you do. And it is kind of like a pick your poison type of situation for the Rams, but it is what it is. It is what it is. I got the Rams going 12-4, and they will be fifth. They will be fifth in the seedings as far as the NFC playoffs are concerned. So you might get one home game, depending on how the things shake up. And of course, last but not least, the Seattle Seahawks. Let's just be real, y'all. Shout out to Jason, Josh, and Justin. Leprechaun Houdini is back, yo. Dude is back, and he is back with a vengeance and a new contract. God dang, Leprechaun Houdini. For those of y'all don't know, that's some good. My best friend and his brothers, they came up with the name Leprechaun Houdini. It's the greatest name. He might not like it. Russell Wilson might not like it. But dude, it is perfect. He's Leprechaun Houdini. Cause some of the stuff he does, it is amazing, man. It is amazing what he does on the field sometimes. And yeah, man. Hey, listen, let's look at the Seahawks. Let's really look at the Seahawks, okay? Over the last 7 seasons, they have won at least 9 games. Like 9 games is the minimum. So over the last 7 seasons, they've had winning records. Over the last 7 seasons, they've been primed to make it to the playoffs. Come on, y'all. That kind of consistency is hard. The only other team that has that, there are only a couple other teams that have that kind of type of consistency. And that's the Patriots, maybe the Steelers, maybe the Eagles, and I'm going off the top of the dome right now. I'm trying to think of maybe the Saints, all because it's just hard to beat them in that dome. So they're primed to win 8 games every year. You know, to have that type of consistency is very difficult in the NFL. It's very difficult. Very, very difficult. So they're primed and ready. There's no such thing as rebuilding with the Seattle Seahawks. The only thing I see as far as the Seahawks, as far as a hiccup for the Seahawks, might be the lack of defensive leadership. No Earl Thomas and no Frank Clark. So, you know, they got veterans, but who's going to be the guy to step up for that defense? Bobby Wagner? Yeah, Bobby Wagner. I forgot they got Bobby Wagner. I did my fault. Excuse me, y'all. My research wasn't as good as I thought. But, yeah, they still got Bobby Wagner. So, I guess look for him to be the defensive captain for this team. And, yeah, man. Now, and then another thing that pisses, y'all know how I feel about these GMs not doing anything for their quarterback. They didn't do anything to give him any offensive line help. They didn't do anything to give him offensive line help. Now, maybe the offensive line was better last year. Maybe I'm going off because I remember one year, I think Russell Wilson, it was the year, I think it might have been the year before last. He was like the most hit quarterback in the league. And they gave up the most sacks. So it's like, yo, give this man some help. But then again, that's probably why they started running the ball last year. So it helps. It helps. So it is what it is. I got the Seahawks going 12-4. They will be the 2nd seed in the NFC playoffs. And that is because of Leprechaun Houdini himself, Russell Wilson. And listen, y'all, that's the NFC West right there, man. Like I said before, not really a competitive division, but more so. Not really a competitive division, but more so I think the strongest, one of the sleeper strong teams always comes from the West. It happens every single year, man. It's always a team in the West that kind of sneaks up on folks. We didn't see the Rams coming. 2 years ago. I like Todd Gurley. I love me some Todd Gurley. He's a Georgia boy all day long. But I didn't see the Rams. When Todd Gurley got drafted by the Rams, I was like, damn. I don't think he ever gonna. I don't think he'll ever see a Super Bowl. Psych. That nigga got to the Super Bowl in 4 years with the team. So a lot can change, man. A lot can change, whether it's coaching, your quarterback play, your offensive play, your defensive play. It is what it is. But it just is what it is. You could have bought me. You could have bought me for 10 cents. No, I take that back because I like Russell Wilson out of college. I liked Russell Wilson out of West. When I remember my coworker at the time, not at my current job, but my coworker at the time, Miss Sue. She's from Wisconsin and she loved Russell Wilson. She loved Russell Wilson. She was infatuated with the dude. So I started taking a peek at him and I was like, yo, he got it. Whatever it is, that boy got it. And all because of his height and all because he ain't really do all that well at Wisconsin. We questioning him. But yet y'all gonna give Jamarcus Russell $80 million. And he ain't played a down in the NFL. So it is what it is. I mean, I get some GMs know what they're doing, other GMs don't. But please like, subscribe, share. Come holler at your boy. Support the channel. Do what you got to do. Y'all keep looking out. My business will be launching very soon. I got to have one more meeting with someone who I respect, whose decisions and insight I respect. So I got one more meeting with him. And then after that, if he gives me the kind of the okay, like, yo, what you doing is going to do some things, then the business will get launched. So that's it, y'all. Once again, like, subscribe, share. It's your boy Billy Mack, and I'll holler at y'all next time. Peace.